Hi, welcome to this video. This is an overview of the solar panels, air source heat pump and heating controls on Westcroft houses and how it all works together. So here we go. There's a radiator there with a thermostatic radiator valve. These valves direct the flow of water around the home. Set to 0, they are shut. This is not advisable. Set to maximum, they're fully open. What happens is if they're set between maximum and minimum is that the valves in them can close. So when a room reaches its temperature, it can shut down, thus returning the water back to the air source heat pump so it doesn't have to work as hard. So lounges should be set to say 3 or 4, kitchens 3 or 4, and then rooms that get cold, set them to 6. They are not for controlling the temperature of the room. The temperature of the room is controlled by the thermostat. This is just to arrange the flow of the hot water through the radiators and prioritise certain rooms over others. The temperature is controlled by the thermostat. Your home should be fitted with LED lighting. LED lighting uses far less electricity than the normal incandescent bulbs, less than the halogen bulbs, and less than the compact fluorescent bulbs, saving you money on lighting. New windows have been fitted. These are double glazed and fencer compliant. They have a low E coating which reflects heat back in, and as well as that they have trickle vents seen here. Trickle vents help with ventilation and controlling moisture within the home. The windows are all draft proofed and have a security slot here so they can be opened to ventilate without being wide open for people to climb in. Here's the draft proofing strips on all the windows, a good rubber seal, and that's the security lock. It self-locks when you pull it back. The doors are also new and draft proofed. They have the rubber seal similar to the windows. In the garden you'll find this. This is the air source heat pump. Air to water. So what it does is it sucks in the air from ambient temperature out in the garden and compresses that, which then makes heat, which is passed through a heat exchanger into these pipes, which flows into the house by your hot water tank. Here's your hot water tank. It is well insulated steel with loads of insulation on it. The water is fed in there and is heated by the air source heat pump. There is a backup immersion in case of problems. The switch is located here. It should be turned off, not left on. It's only there for a backup and emergency, as it's more efficient to heat hot water using your air source heat pump. This is the control for the hot water and the heating. I will make a separate video on that. Please check the playlist for details on this. This is to protect against Legionella bacteria within the tank. Legionella bacteria can propagate between 20 degrees and 50 degrees. So every now and then the hot water tank will be brought up to over 60 degrees based on that programmer. See the playlist for how to set the programmer, but this should be set to at least once a week for the tank to reach 60 degrees to stop any bacteria growing. This is just a separate consumer unit for the controls on the air source heat pump. This is the generation meter, which shows how much electricity the solar panels have created. This is the isolation switch for the solar panels, so it can be isolated so electricians can do work on your home without getting electrocuted. This is the electric meter. For this system you probably want a single rate, not an economy 7 meter. To check this, I'll scroll through the screen by pressing the button. If it's an older meter it will have 2 rows of numbers, but on here you'll have rate 1, rate 2, rate 3 and rate 4, and if on this one rate 1 and rate 2 have numbers on them, which shows that this is an economy 7 meter. Ideally, for minimising costs, you should have a single rate tariff. So not an economy 7 tariff. You should just pay a set price for the electricity. It's always a good idea to shop around and get a better deal. This is your time and temperature programmable thermostat. There is a video in the playlist on how to set it on auto mode, which has 4 or 5 programmable and temperature controlled time periods, and also just having it on manual. So you can then just turn it up and down and have it set to one temperature. Check the playlist for those videos. Here I'm just turning it on, putting it on manual, and then leaving it on 19 degrees. On, manual, 19 degrees, leave it. Within the home there are extractors. These run automatically and are either connected to the lights or monitor the humidity of the property and then turn on and off. These are great for managing the levels of moisture within the air, as the home is way more sealed than before. Otherwise the drafts would take the moist air away. These extract the moist air and don't let draft in. They work in conjunction with those trickle vents on the windows, helping draw the damp air out of the property so it doesn't condensate within the property. Anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch the other relevant videos of your home within this playlist. Thanks, bye.